Now, election coverage on Fox 40 begins. Fox 40, your local election headquarters.
Joining us now is Republican political strategist Matt Klink from our KTLA 5 newsroom, right in the thick of it there in Los Angeles. Matt, thanks so much for being with us tonight. I just want to get your perspective. Again, people are still voting, ballots are still being counted, but as a Republican, when you survey the way the no side ran their campaign, what is your assessment?
Look, I just think they got swamped. I think that Gavin Newsom's strategy to nationalize this ballot measure, to make it a campaign of blue California against Donald Trump with a low popularity rating for the president, I think that it was doomed to succeed from the beginning. I slightly differ from what Ed says. I think he's been looking at his shirt too long. It's going to make him sick. That this is ultimately going to be a race to the bottom. And there are a lot of red states that haven't gerrymandered as much as blue states have. And look, the Republicans get about 38% of the vote statewide. They will have a whopping 9% of the congressional seats in California. So, yes, it is absolute power by the Democrats. That doesn't make it right. It just happens that that's how people voted tonight.
And in terms of how, look, after, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of folks that are sitting by their computers right now waiting for this election to be called so they can hit the magic button and launch their congressional campaigns after, you know, we learn what happens here tonight. But races still have to be run. When you look at these districts and you survey not only the layout of those, but the voting numbers here in California, do you see these targets, these Republicans who are targeted? Are they done, or do you think that some of them may live to fight another day?
No, these look, there's a reason why incumbent members of Congress get reelected so frequently. They have inherent advantages. The reality, though, is that these were deals cut in dark, smoke-filled rooms in Sacramento by partisan Democrats, where they designed districts specifically for people, some of whom are in the state legislature, so that they could get a congressional seat. But there's a reason why we play the game, and they're going to have to run against people who are seasoned, talking about federal issues. And look, I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion that all 5 of these members are going to lose. Certainly some will, but I think some of them will surprise people, and I think that they'll have to campaign differently to their new constituencies. But again, it's a tough night if you're a Republican in California. It just goes to show you that, you know, redistricting's happened since 1812, and it is the most overt political act, and Gavin Newsom flexed his muscles tonight.
Do you think, final question for you, do you think that former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger could have played a bigger role on the no side?
I gotta believe that the odds were stacked against this, or for this, from the get-go, and I think that that's probably the reason why Schwarzenegger didn't play a more active role. I think his advisors probably realized that even if he went all in, this was still going to pass. If Gavin Newsom's people ran the campaign that they ran, and that's why he did the bare minimum to say that he did his best to preserve the Independent Citizen Redistricting Commission, but there was no heart and soul in this by the former governor. And once that happened, I think that everybody said, "Oh, okay, I know that the polls haven't closed yet." But, I think that, again, the yes side should swamp the no side. If you just look at where the money went in the ads that were produced over the last month, it was almost all yes.
All right. Republican strategist Matt Klink, we appreciate you joining us this evening from our newsroom in Los Angeles. I know a busy night for you in Los Angeles, Ed, so we appreciate you giving us some time.
Anytime, Nikki. Thanks for having me.